Miracle City Mall. This is a fun project for me. This is exciting. Miracle City Mall, it's 32 acres. Was built in, I believe, in the '60s. A very, very, very successful mall, booming at one time. Have come upon hard economic times. You're right. There's only several stores just left. J.C. Penney's being the anchor tenant in that mall. And so I knew that as we started this Renaissance campaign that we needed to have some success, and we also needed to have what I'm going to call a home run, something that you think that you can put together that the community would really get excited about. And as we know in the northern part of the county that shopping is something that we would like to have more of, and then having the property where it's located, and it's aged fairly well over the years. So I got in the car one Saturday and I drove up to Lake City to meet the owner of the Miracle City Mall. And I wanted to know what his plans were about the mall. And, he bluntly told me that if J.C. Penney's ever left, he would put a fence around it. And so it scared me. He said, well, you really would, huh? And he said, yeah, that's what I would do. That's the major tenant that makes that thing operate. And that's the only reason he probably hasn't put a fence around it. So understanding that the community is starving for some shopping and starving for some redevelopment of that facility, I've kind of taken it upon myself to go out and try to figure out a way to get that under contract. And at the same time, we're going to try to find a developer that would develop it. So we now have it under contract. We're excited about that. And we are in the process of talking to developers to see if we could possibly redevelop it. We have the hospital that's engaged in looking at it. Mayor Tully and myself both went to the hospital board early in the process and said, hey, we would like you to consider helping us redevelop this. The hospital said, we're not sure we can, but we want to entertain it and we want to think about it. So they're doing a feasibility study now to help see if it's possible to relocate some medical services on that facility, along with J.C. Penney's. We think a combination of the hospital, J.C. Penney's, you actually eventually would tear down the mall and do a streetscape type of concept that you would end up with a nice retail office mixed-use space. We have plans to try to get a movie theater on that mall, along with some of the out parcels, putting some restaurants. So we're excited about that project, and we're working hard to see it come to fruition.